The aisles seem familiar, the routine feels comforting, but behind the everyday facade of Walmart, a storm is brewing. Whispers of secret plans and hushed conversations hint at a future far different from the one we expect. This September, the retail giant is grappling with forces that could reshape our lives, our shopping carts, and our very understanding of the world. We've embarked on a journey to uncover the truth, to delve into the heart of Walmart and expose the secrets they don't want you to know. From the boardrooms to the backrooms, we'll shine a light on the challenges, the anxieties, and the potential crises that lie ahead. Get ready to be shocked, to be informed, and to be empowered to navigate the uncertain terrain of tomorrow. This is more than just a story about Walmart. It's about the future of our economy, the fragility of our supply chains, and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. Join us as we pull back the curtain, expose the truth, and equip you with the knowledge you need to face whatever comes next. The journey begins now. Across the country, a sense of unease is settling in. Store shelves, once overflowing with abundance, are starting to show signs of strain. Gaps appear where familiar products once stood, a silent testament to the whispers of shortages circulating through the supply chain. This isn't just about finding your favorite cereal or the right size jeans. It's about the essential goods, the everyday necessities that form the backbone of our lives. The reasons behind these looming shortages are complex and interconnected. Global instability, fueled by conflict and climate change, has disrupted the delicate balance of production and distribution. Raw materials are becoming scarce, factories are facing shutdowns, and the once reliable flow of goods from around the world is slowing to a trickle. Inside Walmart, these pressures are being felt acutely. Inventory levels are fluctuating wildly, and the company is locked in a constant battle to secure the products consumers demand. But the whispers persist, growing louder with each passing day. Will there be enough to go around? Will the shelves be bare when we need them most? The future remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: the era of abundance is coming to an end. We're entering a new reality, one where resourcefulness, adaptability, and a deep understanding of the forces at play will be essential for navigating the challenges ahead. The news is filled with talk of economic turmoil, of inflation and recession, of a dollar losing its grip on the global stage. Headlines scream about the latest economic indicators, and experts debate the potential fallout. But what does it all really mean for the average American family, for the shoppers pushing their carts down Walmart's aisles? How does this economic jargon translate into everyday life? The answer is simple: higher prices and tougher choices. Families are finding it harder to stretch their dollars, and the impact is felt in every aisle of the store. As the value of the dollar declines, the cost of imported goods skyrockets. This means that products we rely on daily, many of which are sourced from abroad, become significantly more expensive. Everything from electronics to clothing to the food on our tables becomes more expensive, putting a strain on already stretched budgets. The ripple effect touches every aspect of our lives, making it harder to maintain the same standard of living. Suddenly, that weekly trip to Walmart feels less like a routine and more like a strategic operation, a balancing act between needs, wants, and the harsh realities of a shrinking dollar. Families are forced to prioritize essentials over luxuries, and even then, the choices are difficult. But the impact goes beyond individual wallets. It's a broader economic issue that affects the entire nation. A weakening dollar can fuel inflation, creating a vicious cycle of rising prices and declining purchasing power. This cycle can be hard to break and can lead to long-term economic challenges. This can lead to economic instability, job losses, and a decline in overall living standards. Businesses may close, and unemployment rates can rise, creating a sense of uncertainty and fear. The stakes are high, and the consequences are far-reaching. The economic health of the nation is at risk, and the ripple effects can touch every community. In the face of this economic uncertainty, consumers are left wondering how to protect themselves, how to make ends meet in a world where the value of their hard-earned money seems to be eroding before their very eyes. The challenge is daunting, but not insurmountable. The answers are complex, requiring a combination of informed decision-making, financial prudence, and a willingness to adapt to a changing economic landscape. Seeking advice from financial experts, planning meticulously, and staying informed can help navigate these turbulent times. Empty shelves, empty stomachs, the California effect. California, the Golden State, a land of innovation, abundance, and agricultural prowess. Known for its vast farmlands and bustling cities, California has long been a cornerstone of America's food supply. But beneath the surface of this idyllic image, a crisis is brewing, one that could have ripple effects across the nation's food supply, reaching all the way to the shelves of your local Walmart. This crisis is not just a local issue, it has the potential to impact the entire country. Recent policies enacted in California, while well-intentioned, have had unintended consequences for the state's agricultural industry. These policies, aimed at improving environmental standards and labor conditions, have inadvertently placed a heavy burden on farmers. Farmers and ranchers, faced with rising costs, labor shortages, and stringent regulations, are struggling to keep their operations afloat. The financial strain is palpable, and many are finding it increasingly difficult to sustain their livelihoods. The result? Decreased production, higher prices, and a shrinking supply of food flowing from the fields of California to the rest of the country. Consumers are starting to feel the pinch as the availability of fresh produce dwindles and prices soar. Walmart, heavily reliant on California's agricultural output, is feeling the squeeze. The retail giant is experiencing significant challenges in maintaining its inventory levels. The company is scrambling to find alternative sources for its produce, its dairy, its meat, but the task is daunting. Sourcing from other states or countries comes with its own set of challenges, including higher transportation costs and longer lead times. The Golden State's agricultural dominance has been decades in the making, and replacing it overnight is simply not feasible. The infrastructure, expertise, and climate that make California unique cannot be easily replicated elsewhere. What does this mean for consumers? Potentially, higher food prices, fewer choices, and even shortages of certain items. The impact on the average shopper is becoming more evident with each passing day. The impact will be felt most acutely by those who can least afford it: families struggling to put food on the table, seniors living on fixed incomes, and communities already grappling with food insecurity. These vulnerable groups are at the greatest risk of suffering from the fallout of this agricultural crisis. The situation in California is a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of our food system and the vulnerability of our supply chains to disruption. It underscores the need for a more resilient and adaptable agricultural framework to ensure food security for all. The looming threat of labor unrest. The aisles of Walmart are bustling with shoppers, but behind the scenes, a different kind of movement is brewing, one that could have a profound impact on the company's operations and the availability of the goods we rely on. This movement is not just a whisper, it's a growing roar that demands attention. Across the country, labor unions are gaining momentum, demanding better wages, improved working conditions, and a greater say in the workplace. These demands are not new, but the urgency and the scale at which they are being voiced are unprecedented. Walmart, with its vast workforce and its reputation as a bellwether for labor relations, finds itself at the epicenter of this movement. The company's policies and responses are being closely watched, not just by its employees, but by workers in various industries across the nation. The company has long resisted unionization efforts, but the tide may be turning. The resistance that once seemed insurmountable is now facing cracks, as more employees join the call for unionization. Workers, emboldened by a tight labor market and a growing sense of economic inequality, are becoming more vocal in their demands for change. They are no longer willing to accept the status quo and are pushing for a future where their voices are heard and their contributions are valued. The potential consequences of widespread labor unrest are significant. The ripple effects could extend far beyond Walmart, affecting supply chains, consumer behavior, and even the broader economy. Strikes, slowdowns, or even just increased tensions between management and labor could disrupt Walmart's carefully calibrated supply chain. The intricate network that ensures products are available on shelves could face unprecedented challenges. Trucks could be delayed, shelves could go unstocked, and consumers could face delays or even shortages of essential goods. The impact on daily life could be more profound than many realize, affecting everything from groceries to household essentials. The situation is fluid and the outcome remains uncertain. Both sides are preparing for what could be a prolonged struggle, with significant stakes for everyone involved. Will Walmart and its workers find common ground? Or will the company face a wave of labor unrest that could have far-reaching consequences for its business and for the millions of Americans who depend on its stores? The answer to this question will shape the future of labor relations in the retail industry. Only time will tell. But one thing is clear. The relationship between labor and capital is undergoing a period of profound transformation, and the outcome will have a lasting impact on the American economy and the lives of working people everywhere. This transformation is not just a moment in time, it is a pivotal chapter in the ongoing story of labor in America. Navigating the storm: practical steps for concerned consumers. The world feels uncertain. The news is filled with anxiety-inducing headlines. But in the face of these challenges, it's important to remember that knowledge is power. By understanding the forces at play and taking proactive steps, we can navigate the storm and emerge stronger on the other side. So, what can you do to prepare for the potential challenges ahead? Here are a few practical tips. Build a buffer. Start by gradually building up a small stockpile of essential non-perishable items, canned goods, dry goods, toiletries. Think of it as an insurance policy against potential disruptions. Diversify your shopping habits. Don't rely on just one store for all your needs. Explore local markets, farmers markets, and online retailers to broaden your sourcing options. Embrace flexibility. Be prepared to adjust your shopping list and your expectations. If your usual brand of cereal is out of stock, be open to trying something new. Stay informed. Keep up to date on current events and economic trends. Knowledge is power, and understanding the bigger picture can help you make informed decisions. Remember, panic is never the answer. By staying calm, being prepared, and supporting one another, we can weather this storm together.